And we are underway in Buffalo. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Williams going to get it again on second down. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Here's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
And some room to work. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now Wilson. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. It's Wilson on the option. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Broncos have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Here's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The Bills at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust.
He's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, Allen. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are back within a couple of the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Allen will try to throw for it. It's complete. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough where they didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
From the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 8-8 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. From 19 yards away. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team, because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Hunt will try going up the middle. Room here to run. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Big Mike Purcell with a tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Allen. That ball caught by Slayton. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Allen now looks to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, as the first half is winding down, and the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Hunt going to run for it, and he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Terran Johnson able to pick it.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen being chased out left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Allen. And this is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Allen from the gun on third down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll just get rid of it.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
On play action, Allen.
On the slant, he's got Davis.
And he'll be out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hunt. will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Going up top. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Eluding the pressure right.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
So they're backed up to the 3 yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Allen. Touchdown.
Kareem Hunt with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Buffalo. 51 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's got room. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. On play action, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Allen.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Allen going to go on 4th down. It's caught by Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Allen again. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept the pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Gets this one to Morris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So Allen's going to look to throw. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they were just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Bills, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.